authentic and the only legally recognized executive, I will say right. If you also tell me that it's 2014, I will also say right. Because according to my leaders then, they sent invitation to NLC and TUC. But for the fact they were not there, something was wrong. Something was wrong. Now, having said this, how do we move forward? How will we move forward is NLC piloting this. Fine. We're here together. I'm here with my group. I fought this battle from 2021 till now. 2017 I started this battle. And here I am today. Please, I want to beg all of us, all stakeholders, especially our landlords, NLC, TUC, I want to beg you. If we are doing this, you want us to have a peaceful transition to a Labour Party peaceful National Working Committee, National Executive Council, that will challenge the governance of this country come 2007. We must get it right. Not when we don't get it right. Tomorrow somebody will be saying, oh, he's being sponsored by this, he's being sponsored by that, while that we're not getting it right now. We must get it right now. I want to say thank you for everybody. And I want to say that any meeting, when it comes to transition to a Labour Party peaceful resolution, and my team is not there, we know what to do. Thank you.
Authentic here, thank you very much. That is why we're here. Peace, peace, peace. All inclusive, all expansive. That is why, that is the spirit of Justice Ejio Kolawole judgment of 2018. And that is why we're here. So you're always on board. Be assured of that. Now, the veterans are here. We've spoken enough. I will defer to them when they want to speak. Comrade Osage will talk to us. Thank you, comrade.
Thank you. Labour Party. I just want to respond to Senator Last comment over reconciliation, as well as just the speech made. Please, one house, please, as well as the speech just made by Comrade Okafor. There is no other reconciliation that can be better than all of us sitting down here today. No other reconciliation. And we should not by default create another problem by talking of reconciliation. If we have not reconciled, you will not be here. You will not be here. If we have not reconciled, you will not be here. We are here because we have reconciled. You could have turned this invitation, I will not come. You may even go to court to get injunction to stop it because you didn't believe in it. But that you came and you are seated, you were called, you got a clapping hand, everything you have reconciled. So let us make any mistake. And what is the reconciliation? We say all-inclusive, expansive delegates conference. And we have announced a transition committee. The next step, the groups, the individuals, you will submit your name to form this vehicle of movement. Maybe you will have mobilization revalidation committee, constitution manifesto committee, finance committee, as the case may be. The secretariat will do that. Where you are convinced that you have knowledge, you have something to contribute, volunteer to be there. Volunteer to be there. Nobody. MC said he was very happy. Those whom you thought will not greet, they are greeting. Is it not this gathering that brought the greeting? Did I come to your house? Did you come to my house? It is here that brought it, all of us together. We have reconciled, so let nobody tell us reconciliation. And my dear Okafor, don't bring threat to anybody here. Don't bring threat. Don't dare it. We all here are more than any individual. We have come together as one. The chairman has read the address and he has told us this is the roadmap. They have showed us a roadmap. I think all of us should be thinking now, I will serve in that committee. I will serve in this committee. That should be your preoccupation. If you dare go, this is a political issue. I want Okafor not to threat. I will equally not threat. But if you translate my own threatening, I will explain it this way. If you are given a broom, a stick of a broom, you will break it. If you are given a bunch, can you break it? No. Any person who lives here and decides to go to court, I say, that's all right. Thank you.
Comrade. Thank you very much, comrade. We'll give you a round of applause. One thing is clear. Order. We have reconciled, are we not? We have reconciled. That's what I'm taking for Comrade Osagi. We have all reconciled. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. One more. We will move motions here. But before we do that, there are people who made us to be known. Apart from P2B, apart from the obedience, another group of people sold us to Nigerians. They are our governorship candidates in all the states of the Federation. They are here represented. I'll give 2 minutes, even though it's not expedient to give 2 minutes to a governorship candidate who have wanted the soapbox. But I'll still give them 2 minutes. Barrister Adejo Okeme, come and talk on behalf of the governorship candidates. Adejo Okeme was a candidate in Kogi State. Yes, one of the youngest candidates. Very powerful candidates. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Labour Party. Permit me to stand on your resisting protocol. I would really want to appreciate the founding fathers for their time for being here. On behalf of the Governors Forum, we are committed for repositioning of the Labour Party. It's no doubt that the incidents in Labour Party has been a mess. And just like you say, there's nobody that is bigger than an institution. The extract of today's robust meeting is, we cannot be threatened. We are moving forward. There's going to be a better Labour Party. You cannot put a square peg in a round hole and be looking for a good result. You could only put a round peg in a round hole to have an adequate result. I wouldn't want to take much of your time. We, the Governors Forum, we are committed to this cause. Our chairman is not here, Honorable Kempela, His Excellency. We are ready in whatever way, be it even financial contribution. We are ready to take the lead step to ensure that we have a better Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much. They are the reason why we are circulating. They are the reason why we are, after preparing, after this peace move, And after putting all the new structures, we have the new Labour. Just like Tony Blair had the new Labour, and then the new Labour came and wiped away the 8 years of Iron Lady Tasha. So we are going to have a new Labour that will chase them out of Atorok. Is it not true? We are prepared, and we know you people are ready. Thank you very much. We are going to the next phase. Chairman, sir, permit me to invite somebody to make a very fundamental motion. You see, if you are in a meeting, political meeting cannot end without motions and support motions. If we don't do that, then all the things we've done have been done individually. They are all proposals given to us by various people. It's my privilege to invite information, please.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairman, the Chairman of the Board, members of the High Table. My name is Ihe Kwaba Paul, E. Esquire. I'm here representing the unrepresented. And I said information because I represent the National Caucus of Persons with Disabilities in Labour that are highly neglected and rejected by the party. Section 27 and 29 Charter of the UN, United Nations Rights of Persons with Disabilities, make this mandatory, compulsory, that people with disabilities must be part of every political life of every state. And it is disturbing to note that a party of this magnitude have no disability content in the Constitution. And I see great men being brought here, even the youth leader, my friend, and there is nobody called to represent these people. Nigeria have more than 37 million persons living with different, persons with different kind of disabilities, and among them are intellectuals. I dare say that I am among the intellectuals, and there are, as you are seated here, because a man cannot be measured only by his physique, but by the content of his brain and character. Besides having knowledge of law, I'm also a political science scholar or graduate. So it isn't, but when you come and size us because I'm seated on a chair of this kind, and you think that is the much I can offer, that is an aberration. It's a political aberration. It's wrong. Sorry for my voice, because I felt that we should have been given, without even asking, opportunity to speak. I'm here because I wasn't even invited. I saw it in one of the social media platforms. Some of us came to the party. I met with Barrister Julius Abure, and I said, sir, I have gone through the party. There is no provision for persons with disabilities. It's a global practice that as you have woman leader, you have youth leader, you must have a person with disability leader, because you are talking about gender equality. And when you talk about gender, you talk about vulnerability. And I dare say that we are the most vulnerable. If there is a fire outbreak here, God forbid, we must always say, the least to run away from here is me. So how dare you consider the other gender of vulnerability? And I am isolated. That is an aberration, gentlemen. So please, as we are here reconciling, my people say that if a bachelor does not do like a madman, his kinsman will not marry for him. Therefore, that is why I have to take the microphone by the way I did, so that as we are planning, it's important that the Constitution consider the wisdom of ensuring that this marginalized group is part and parcel of the party, and from the road to the national. We should be part of the constitution, well represented in everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's a constitutional issue. I have to invite a BOT member, a member of Political Commission, Comrade Salis Mohammed, to respond.
Labour Party, forward ever. Thank you very much. I felt very compelled to respond very briefly to the last contribution from our illustrious, party member on the issue of people with disability. I want to reassure him and all of us here that I, along with my colleague here, literally form the committee that wrote the Constitution of Labour Party. And in our Constitution, unlike in any other constitution of other political parties, we have made adequate provision for harnessing the abilities of people with disability. And it is well entrenched in our Constitution. And preparatory to this meeting, we deliberated on the need to mobilize people with disability and gender and the youth. There is a subcommittee that was charged with that task. So upon seeing you here, when you were introduced, we felt very comforted that indeed you have gotten our invitation and you are here in that capacity. So we are really shocked to hear that you are here on your own. But I want to assure you that as far as the Constitution of Labour Party is concerned, if you grab a copy, I cannot really tell the actual number of this section of this provision. But I'm telling you, as one of those that participated in writing the Constitution, that adequate provision is being made in the Constitution on harnessing the abilities of people with disability. And please feel proud to carry the card of your membership of this party and join the committees that will be created to mobilize and register your members in the committees, in the wards, in the local government, in the state, so that your members should emerge as elected representatives in all the stages in which elections will be held. Not only that, there are adequate provisions in the Constitution to say that even buildings and structures that will be erected by government and private sector in the country should make provision for people with disability. We are the only group of people that are fighting consciously for the enhancement of the welfare of people with disability as a statutory right of our mandate. The Labour Party will be incomplete if it is not seen as a visible champion of this right and freedoms of people with disability. This is the only party where your members belong, and will continue to urge you to belong to the pillar that will be the armor for your right and protect you anywhere in your workplace, at your homes, and anywhere that you find yourself. Feel very, very secure. Well, only you belong to this party that is for you and standing for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think the crafters of the Constitution of Labour Party take due cognizance of the persons with disability, Article 8E, I think so. And it's an omission of sorry, but we're happy that you are here, Barrister Hekwaba, that you are here and you represented that group. Thank you very much. We are moving forward. We are on home stretch. And out of that home stretch, I will invite Honorable Jonathan Aseke. Honorable Jonathan Aseke is a governorship candidate for Kaduna State, the man who nearly made it to the Lugard House. He will make it next time around when we are well organized and better organized. He's going to move a motion for us to adopt this all-inclusive peace process and to all-inclusive national convention, starting with world local government congresses. Comrade, sir.
Thank you. Labour Party, forward ever. Our dear comrade president and the chairman of this gathering, our most distinguished stakeholders at the lower chamber, leaders and elders at the upper chamber. I sat there and listened and watched everything that happened here on stage, with particular reference to the speech by the chairman of the NLC Political Commission. In that speech, I noticed that the peace and the unity and the reconciliation and all that we've been yearning for in the party, that speech seems to have given the roadmap. It has given insights and foresight as the way to go. And I stand here before you to move a motion that this speech be adopted for discussion, for finding the way forward for peace, for reconciliation, for unity and repositioning of our party. I so move.
Thank you very much. Akfolu Badmus, can you come to second this motion?
Labour Party, forward ever. Papa, Mama, Peking. Our elders, let me start with our comrade president and the board of trustees that are here and all the other leaders of the political commission and the leaders of the party. My name is Folubade Monsi, and well, I'm a member of the party, so there's no division in the party. We are one. And when there is unity, there is strength. And when a single stick of broom is taken, it can easily be broken. But when you have a bunch of broomsticks, it's more difficult to break. So I want to second the motion that this stakeholders meeting, the resolutions, and especially the speech by the chairman of the political commission will be taken as the roadmap or the template, yes, for positioning our great party and also unifying ourselves, making us one party, and go on into a national convention that will be all inclusive and all, that to be expansive and all inclusive. I stand to second that motion. And my name, like I said, is Folu Bademosi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Because of the variegated nature of us here, I'm asking for a third person to support this motion. And I'm going to this side. Oko Eza Splendor. Do you have anything to say? Excellency. Okay. I've already, yes.
Labour Party, forward ever, standing on the already existing protocol. My name is Comrade Eze Oko Splendor. By the grace of God, I am the governorship candidate of Labour Party in the just concluded governorship election in Ebonyi State. I am standing here to say that my heart is full of joy for seeing men of noble characters, people who have shown that they want Labour Party to progress. Labour Party cannot be held hostage by any individual. Labour Party is owned by Nigerians. And I want to commend the effort of Nigerian Labour Congress, who have come up to say enough is enough. Enough to illegality. Labour Party must get it right this time around. And I want to say that I am seconding, or rather the third person that is seconding the motion, that everything we have said here should be implemented for the progress and the well-being of Labour Party. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Thank you very much for seconding the motion again. And on behalf of the person with disability, they are speaking on the motion and seconding the motion. Barrister Hekwaba.
Thank you very much. I think I will speak with a more lower tone now. Thank you. My senior brother, Asagi, I heard you very clearly. Like I said earlier, if you are in the ditch and if you don't raise your hand, nobody will save you. You will remain where you are. Actually, if you go to Labour parties today, PWDs are like MTN anywhere you go. We are in the world, in the local government, in the state. during the campaign in Imo State, it was very obvious, and so many other states were there. So there is membership nationwide. The only thing we are saying is that let the Constitution have a provision, as you have for women leader. That is a global practice. Even the sister parties have it. If you have women leader, youth leader, there should also be a PWD leader. Gaskiani. From the world to local government to month and to state and all that. On that basis, I want to say that we are fully in support for the rejuvenation, renewal, and remodeling of labor to meet up the challenge ahead of us. On that note, they have seconded or even thirded. So what do I do now? Forwarded the motion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before I'm accused of modern parliamentary system, any counter motion? Those in favor of this motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Somebody is obstructed away. He has gone to my own village to organize one kangaroo national convention. We won't forgive him for using my village to organize that. I'm inviting Engineer Gambo then to move a motion of passing a vote of no confidence on that illegal thing they did in my place.
My leaders, all protocol observed, so that we work with time. I am a stakeholder. I am the national coordinator of concerned Labour Party stakeholders, meaning we are card-carrying members of Labour Party that have seen the party, have analyzed all the processes of the party, and felt there's need to retweak or to amend the party to put it on the right pedestal. This accumulated into an illegal convention according to the constitution of the party. We also saw so many things which I'm not going to mention here, but that has caused us to believe that if we run with the current leadership of the party to 2027, we're going to have the same result we had in 2023. On that premise, I, Engineer Daniel Balarabe Gambo, the national coordinator of the Concerned Stakeholders Forum for Good Governance, do move the motion of no confidence on the current leadership of Labour Party as it stands, so be it. Thank you. Well, I'm not afraid to say that, but when I say under the current leadership, the leadership of the party as it stands is under Barrister, all right? So if it is under the current leadership, whoever is in charge of the leadership, okay, just the convention will say we are passing vote of no confidence on the convention held in Inewi, Anambra State. So be it. May I go further to say those that are in support of that?
Thank you very much. I'm inviting Luca Dalong to come and second this motion. I will invite you to come and second.
As far as I'm concerned, there was no motion moved. Yes, we are talking about the convention. We didn't talk about leadership. As far as we are concerned, we don't recognize Abure. Period. So I'm here to move the motion respectfully before I talk. It's not second. Please, if I'm here to second, I'm not moving it. Because as far as I'm concerned, what he said was not a motion. Yes, it's a fresh motion. If you want me to make a fresh motion, I will do that.
Please, is it our wish that a fresh motion be moved? So the ayes have it. So look, you can move a fresh motion.
Following the submission at this sitting, I look at Dalang, a 100% obedient, hereby move the motion that we have no confidence in the convention that has may we. 1, 2, we don't recognize any leadership that arose from that convention. And we're going to stand absolutely by today's outing and the resolution here made. Thank you.
I'm trying to be gender sensitive. The women, I need the hands of the women. Who want to second this motion? Dr. Sayoki Asamota, can you come and support the amended motion?
Labour Party, forward ever. My papa, respectfully, I greet you. And my mamas, I'm not leaving you out. I salute you. My brothers, my sisters, the great obedient family, I greet you all. Forward ever. I've been sitting there feeling so fulfilled that a day like this is here. And so, I know we've been here since morning. I wouldn't want to take much of our time. I stand here to support the motion that has been moved. There was no convention. Thank you.
Thank you very much for seconding the motion. I wanted to ask for a counter motion, but Barrister Kimbade Oyeleko said he want to stick in the way we did in the first one, to third the motion. Barrister.
Labour Party, in as much as the basics for the motion has been actually stepped down, I want to support and second, I don't know which of the motions now, all the motions so far moved is hereby seconded.
Any counter motion? Those in favor of this say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Can we clap for ourselves? I think we have come a long way in this meeting. And it's time to go. But before we go, some people have been keeping video for us, recording. I can see people working on their laptop. We want to know whether what they have put together is what we have agreed here. So please, Comrade Chris, the Comrade Secretary, are we said, can they give us something to listen first? It's not a final communique. They will read it for us to know whether it's what we have agreed. So thereafter, communique will be released. Thank you very much.
Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party. Thank you very much.
We just had some interlude, and then we'll continue. Eche.
Labour Party, Labour Party. The communique we're about to read is just a recap of everything we have decided, so that even those who are not present can have the benefit of being aware. thank you very much. You know, everything that is mechanical is prone to fail at any time. What cannot fail is the solidarity of the Nigerian people. And that is what we want to communicate through this communique. Please, with the permission of the chair, I want to go. Okay, thank you very much. So I read as directed. Communique at the end of the stakeholders meeting of the Labour Party held on Monday, 8 April 2024 at the HNL Park Resort, Gudu, Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. Preamble. Owing to the current vacuum in the leadership of the Labour Party, the NLC Political Commission, consequent on its status in the constitution of the Labour Party, as a registered trustee of the Labour Party, a status that was further buttressed by a Federal High Court consent judgment delivered on March 20, 2018 by Justice Gabriel Kolawole, convened this stakeholders meeting to address the leadership void in the Labour Party and also discuss the reposition of the Labour Party to deliver its mandate as the political vehicle for the emancipation of Nigerian workers and people. Resolutions of the stakeholders meeting. 1. The stakeholders meeting noted the vacuum in the leadership of the Labour Party following the expiration of the supposed tenure of the immediate past National Working Committee of the Labour Party. 2. The stakeholders meeting affirmed and validated the intervention of the Nigerian Labour Congress through her political commission as the only body recognized by the constitution of the Labour Party and Justice Kolawole's consent judgment to act as trustee in a situation of leadership vacuum, as is currently the case in the Labour Party. The stakeholders meeting, following the unanimous adoption of motions moved to accept the recommendations made in the address by the chairman of the NLC Political Commission, resolved that in order to reposition the Labour Party from a mere platform for contesting election to a viable political vehicle for the emancipation of Nigerian workers and people, the following steps must be taken immediately. 1. Constitution of the Transition Committee under the leadership of the NLC Political Commission and working with all stakeholders with a mandate to set up structures at national, state, local government and world level for the conduct of an all-inclusive and expansive national convention of the Labour Party. 2. The stakeholders meeting passed a vote of no confidence on the purported Labour Party National Convention held in Anambra State and regards as inconsequential the leadership that claims to have emerged from the illegal Nnewi Convention. 3. That the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and all the relevant security organizations in Nigeria are hereby notified and also should be officially written immediately to recognize the Transition Committee as the interim leadership of the Labour Party pending the conduct of an all-inclusive and expansive national convention of the Labour Party. 4. That the Transition Committee, once constituted, should fully take over the secretariats of the Labour Party all over Nigeria. 5. That the Transition Committee shall immediately set up an assets recovery process of all the properties of the Labour Party. The Transition Committee shall also ensure that all the cases of fraud, impersonation, and forgery of official documents pending against a few discredited former officers of of the Labour Party are forensically audited and the culprits are diligently prosecuted as demanded by the leader of the Labour Party, Mr. P2B. It is unfortunate that the actions of these few dishonorable characters have splashed mud on the white satin of Labour Party. That the transition committee shall within 3 months of this constitution ensure the conduct of an inclusive national convention of the Labour Party, starting from World Congress to local government Congress to state Congress, culminating in an all-inclusive and responsive national convention in Abuja. Seven, pursuant to the foregoing, the transition committee is mandated by the stakeholders meeting to begin the process of revalidation of current members of the Labour Party and the registration of new members through the issuance of new membership cards and receipt of membership dues for the purpose of the conduct of an all-inclusive and responsive national convention of the Labour Party. It is expected that this mobilization drive will yield in the first instance a total membership strength of 10 million Labour Party card-carrying members drawn from across all workplaces, all marketplaces, all professional groups, ethnic and religious organizations that Nigerian workers and people belong to. Finally, the stakeholders meeting recognizes, affirms, and commends the support of all critical stakeholders in the Labour Party for their continued support and faith in the Labour Party. We promise that your steadfast solidarity will surely count. This is the end of the reading of the communique of this stakeholders meeting. Thank you very much, and God bless Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies, distinguished members of our dear, very noble party and members of Nigerian Labour Congress. Now I'm honored and privileged to invite the Secretary of the NLC Political Commission, Comrade Chris Uyot, to come and give us a vote of thanks.
Solidarity. 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 Great Nigerian people. Great Nigerian people. Greatest Nigerian people. Greatest Nigerian people. Comrades, it's been a long day. And I don't want to bore you with more talks. Most of the personalities and groups here have been hitherto recognized. And so I do not need to go into the laborious duty of mentioning them. But let me thank first and foremost those that have stayed here from morning to this afternoon. We thank you for your resilience, your steadfastness, and your commitment to the survival of our dear party through this meeting. Let me also acknowledge the presence of the leader of the party through his representative, Comrade Dr. Amintanko. Let me also recognize and thank the presence of our BOT members that are here. Comrades, the struggle
for the Labour Party, modern contemporary Labour Party, started 1989, April 1989. They were with 5 or 6 other parties barred by the IRB government. We went into the SDP, came out of the SDP, went into the Party for Social Democracy, and we re-emerged to give Labour Party. These were the people that founded this party right from 1989. So we thank you, comrades. We want to acknowledge and also thank the presence of governor's candidates of the Labour Party. We are aware of the fact that if these elections were not rigged, most of you sitting down there today will have been government house. And so we have to work from the mandate of this meeting to mobilize workers and other Nigerians to give you more support in your endeavor to capture the seat of power in your states and other public offices. Let me use this opportunity to also acknowledge and thank the Obian family for being here to give us the required support and required incentive. And we want to say that we are all of the Obian family, and therefore your presence has been quite refreshing. Let me also thank the youths and women I've seen in this meeting. I don't think there's any political meeting you will go and you see the amount of diverse youths and the presence of women as we have found in this meeting. I want to thank you, for being with us. Let me, without missing out, thank all the stakeholders. If I want to start recognizing all of them, maybe I'll miss one, but let me just thank all the stakeholders. And for those who partnered to ensure that this meeting came to fruition, I want to mention the CNN, the LPPMC, Coalition of New Nigeria, the CNN, Concerned Stakeholder Forum, of course the governorship as candidates of Labour Party, and to thank Comrade Balami, who is not here with us, for his support also for this meeting. Of course, Comrade Balami belongs to a group, so we have already thanked the group, and so he's also, as mentioned. Let me use the occasion to wish you Godspeed as you go back to your various places. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that closing part of it. Can we stand up and sing our national anthem? Arise, O compassion.
There is victory for us in the struggle for Nigeria. There is victory for us. Forward ever, backward never. In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory. Are people united?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please ensure that you have captured your name at the registration point. If you have attended this stakeholders meeting and your name is not replaced, your name is not in the register, it is a mistake. It's my pleasure to